Game Demo!
Hey everybody, it is now demo time, and we have something very special. We've got Ariel Angelotti, who is a producer at Q Games. We never see anybody from Q, but we got her in town because of GDC, and she is going to show us our last look at PixelJunk Shooter 2, which is actually out today. But before we do jump into it, you wanted to tease the gang at home with something special, so what are we looking at right now?
Yes, we're looking at our new dynamic theme for Shooter 2. It will be on sale March 8th for $2.99. We have two little survivor characters waving their hands about, and occasionally a ship will come by. You will recognize the ship from Shooter 2 come by, and you will notice that they will not pick up the survivors like you would in the game. Oh wait, now we have an earthquake right now.
And I guess we should also mention that other things happen, some that are unmentionable on air, but you guys should totally check it out. And during the earthquake in particular, some stuff that happens in the background that's very sad.
Yes, pay attention to the details. We snuck in a few references to monsters, maybe, PixelJunk monsters. And also, yes, in the background, on the back left side of the screen, we've thrown in a little surprise that I think fans will be happy about.
Well then, but this is just teasing the actual game, which we're going to jump into right now. So, PixelJunk Shooter 2. Sequel to the popular shooter for PSN. What's new this year?
Well, we've gone in and tightened up the controls. We've made an even better charged missile shot. We've done a super spin attack that if you hit the R3 button, you do an amazing spin attack that also reflects missiles but can damage enemies if you run into them. It picks off at the end of the first game where you get swallowed by this worm monster.
Spoiler.
Yes, by the way. Play Shooter 1. You get swallowed by a giant worm monster, and you end up in the belly of this huge worm. And along the way, you see little parasitic creatures here that, yes, it's little parasitic creatures. You also see a lot of acid. Acid is one of the main new fluids that we have in the game. Now, fluid dynamics is one of the big things about Shooter 2 that is so amazing. The interaction of all these different fluids. If water hits magma, you get this hard soil-like compound that you can shoot through. Here we have another parasitic creature. Now, if water douses that stuff, then you have the little flies come about, as will be demonstrated soon. Get the water ball. Yeah, there we go.
Now as you guys were developing this, how much did you pay attention to kind of the fans' reactions and suggestions for the new game? Because it seems like Q is very big into their fans.
Yes, our fan response is very important to us. I do a lot of community activities. I look at all the fan mail, and we and Dylan does too. He's very involved with getting in touch with the fans, and we do take fan response very seriously. Now, for Shooter 2, there was just so much more that we wanted to do with new fluids, new moves, new items, new ways to interact with the environment that just couldn't make it into the first game. So, we have acid, for instance, which is a main fluid in this first world, where if you touch this stuff, a countdown timer will start, and you have to touch water in order to kind of heal yourself. If the countdown reaches 0, then you're dead, and you have to start over. And it's very much a delicate balance of...
hungry suit.
Oh yeah, hungry suit. Okay, so this is a new suit that we have. It basically plays like Lode Runner. You have 4 directions that you can move in, and you see if you push over a stone, it's going to fall. You can, kill enemies that way, but you can also kill survivors, and of course, you can accidentally kill yourself in the process.
Always fun.
Yes, always fun. But it's a matter of, lining things up properly and letting stones fall where they may.
Now, you guys have made a lot of tweaks to the single-player experience in the game.
Yes.
There's been a whole new dimension added to multiplayer. Do you want to talk to us about how the online multiplayer is going to work?
Yes, so the main feature of online multiplayer is called League Battle. It is an intense one-on-one game of cat and mouse. You have one person who's kind of in an offensive role, where they're able to score points by collecting the survivors scattered throughout the map. Now the other player has a radar that can detect you. And as long as you are not detected by your opponent's radar, you remain unseen. So it's a matter of kind of stealthily moving about the map, finding the survivors, using your items effectively to dodge your opponent. But at the same time, your opponent is going to be using their own items. You can equip up to 3 items at the same time to attack your opponent, and they can be used in combination with each other. So for instance, we have, let's see, a magma ball, for instance. So one player can equip a magma ball, and they can shoot up a magma ball that shoots up above their head, and then use another item called position change to switch places with their opponent. So their opponent can all of a sudden be on the receiving end of a magma ball. But if their opponent is quick enough, they can use another item called fluid converter, which converts the magma to water to evade, an eventual death. So yeah.
It sounds challenging.
Challenging, yes.
Now,
twitch reflexes.
The other thing you were mentioning before we started shooting was just the volume of items that are in the game
Yes.
To unlock. So it seems like we're looking at some now.
Yeah, we have 20 items here.
And how would we get these?
Now, so you have to unlock them using money that you gain throughout League battle. And you can gain money through winning battles. You gain a little bit if you lose, but mostly you're going to gain more money if you win. And there's a betting
lesson for
system.
life.
Yeah, we do encourage a betting system.
Nice.
We don't want to penalize people too much if they lose, but at the same time we do encourage people to bet money because it is a way to progress through the different planets, which is our main League battle stage. If you are in Asteroid League, apparently. So here we're in Asteroid League right now. And if you get so many points, you can progress to, I think, Jupiter? Is Jupiter next or Saturn? Saturn, okay. So you can progress to Saturn League next, and when you do, you get a new map. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, so this game's coming out right now. Are you guys going to keep an eye on it? And do you see yourselves doing anything like DLC or anything else to kind of expand?
It's possible. Again, it depends on fan response. We definitely feel really confident in this game. It's really fun. We think that especially more hardcore fans will enjoy it. Right now we have a dark stage that plays with the dark and light mechanics. So if you think of light as a fluid mechanic, light is essential. You cannot pick up survivors unless they have light shown on them. You cannot pick up survivors unless you have light shown on them, and that becomes part of the new type of puzzles that are introduced in this world.
A whole switch mechanic and lots of enemies.
Yeah,
which is very nicely done.
Yeah, and also I'd like to show off the enemies in the 5th world.
We can do this.
Yeah.
Well, your demoer can.
So as I've mentioned before, we have these great new enemies that are basically inspired by Japanese bullet hell games. The name of the enemy in Japanese is literally bullet and curtain, and I think that is an apt description for enemies that give off these bullets in very, very much like a curtain. You just get sprayed with bullets. And
those?
Yes. So the object is to skillfully avoid the enemies. Now, actually, this is like a special enemy because you can kill these.
So what is the anti-magnet suit?
Yeah, the anti-magnet. Yeah, okay. So
area?
this is not a new suit that we have
right.
for Shooter 2, but
the way that it's used.
Yeah. So the way it's going to be used right now is if you look at these bullets coming at you, I'd imagine those would be pretty difficult to dodge. So this is a puzzle in which you can use, or if you can do it. Oh man, come on, Matt.
Or you cannot die.
Come on, Matt. Yeah, you can use.
No pressure on our demo.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so.
Oh, nice.
So, because otherwise there's no way, you have to get him from the front. If you try to get him from the side, they buffer your attacks.
Oh.
So here we have one that's spraying bullets, and you have to skillfully approach them from the front. You have to grab them from the front and shoot the little balls that are their life force while you're grappling them. And that's the way to defeat a a bullet hell enemy.
Well, a bunch more just sprang up, so
Yeah.
that means there's going to be fun and excitement.
Yeah,
for
there are a
everybody.
lot, and the boss in this world, you will see a lot of bullets flying. Let's just say that.
Oh, good for everybody at home that
Yes.
loves these games.
Yes.
And, you know, not that I want to spoil it, but for folks looking for closure, is there closure in our ending in PixelJunk 2? Or 'cause remember,
Shooter 2?
yeah, and PixelJunk Shooter 2?
PixelJunk Shooter 2. Yeah. Closure, yes. I will say that there's closure, but I will also say that for the dedicated fans who will go through and collect all the treasure, there are these little diamonds scattered throughout all the levels.
I know them well.
Yes. If you collect all those, there's something really special waiting for you. And
So-
I encourage you. I encourage you to go through.
And so just
find
to
all
be
that.
clear, so really, really special, not
Really
like,
special.
here's a fun new piece of art, thanks for playing?
No, it's worth checking out for
All
sure.
right.
Yes.
Well, then there's a challenge for everybody at home.
Yes, please.
All right, well, Ariel, thank you very much for coming by and showing us PixelJunk Shooter 2, which looks like it's a lot of fun and pain too, but the good kind of pain. So that is out right now on PSN. Go out and get it, and we've got more games to show you, so we're going to hop right down to it.